Hans Villahermosa.
Maayong hapon, Negros Oriental. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Once again, welcome to the Negros Oriental Convention Center on this one fine Wednesday afternoon as we're all gathered here to uphold the spirit of democracy and responsible citizenship as we move closer to the May 2025 elections. Ladies and gentlemen, I am so thrilled to see all of you gathered here this afternoon. We're gathered here not just as voters, but as active stakeholders in the shaping of our beloved province, Negros Oriental. So once again, my name is Hans Villahermosa and I'm your moderator for the 2025 Negros Oriental Gubernatorial Forum. Can we give ourselves a big round of applause, please? There you go. Once again, thank you so much for joining us this afternoon, mga higala. I think this is a mix of, students, of community leaders, media, and of course, everybody in the community who is right here at the Negros Oriental Convention Center, and they are very much eager to listen to the conversations that are about to unravel here on this very stage. So mga higala, you still have time to invite your family, your friends, your classmates, your loved ones to join us. Ibisag inyong mga silingan to please join us here at the Convention Center and to witness this forum come to life. So we are also gonna be live streaming this. In fact, this is already live in our Facebook page. So please just visit the official Facebook page of SPARC or the Samahan ng Progresibong Kabataan Negros Oriental Chapter. So ladies and gentlemen, this forum is more than just an exchange of platforms or promises, but this is a space for clarity, for accountability, and most importantly, for conversations. So you will be hearing our candidates tonight who are vying for the highest position in our provincial government as they share their vision, as they address pressing issues, and more importantly, as they answer questions that matter to every Negrense. So we highly encourage everyone and we request everybody present here today to please listen attentively, listen with an open mind, and of course, discern with, reflect with a discerning heart, and most importantly, make informed choices coming May 12, 2025. So are we all ready for this afternoon's gubernatorial forum? Yes or no? Yes, I think we all are ready. But of course, before we officially introduce and welcome our candidates this afternoon, let us all please be first inspired by a welcome message to be given to us by the Student Government President of St. Paul University, Dumaguete. Please welcome Mr. Aaron Lynn Talabok.
To our candidates, students from the different universities, esteemed guests, viewers joining us via live stream, and everyone present, I extend a warm greeting of peace and love. We gather today with great enthusiasm for this gubernatorial forum organized by SPARC, Samahan ng Progresibong Kabataan, in collaboration with the student governments of Dumaguete City's universities. We stand at a crucial juncture. The decision we make in these upcoming elections will shape the future of our province, a future that the youth and the students will inherit. This forum is a testament to the power of student activism and the vital role young people play in shaping our society. SPARC and the student organizations represented here embody the spirit of progressism, critical thinking, and civic engagement. You are not just future leaders, you are leaders today. Your voices, concerns, and aspirations are essential to the electoral process. This forum provides a platform for open dialogue between the future leaders of our province, which is you, the youth and the students, and those who aspire to lead our dear province. It is an opportunity to ask tough questions, demand accountability, and ensure that your priorities are addressed. We are here because we believe that the youth has its vital role in all the things that matter in our province. Education, employment, the environment, social justice, and overall, the development of our province. Let us engage in a productive and exciting exchange of ideas. Let us listen attentively to the candidates and challenge them to articulate their vision for a province that is inclusive, sustainable, and prosperous for all. To the candidates, we thank you for your willingness to be here, to be part of this forum. Your presence demonstrates your commitment to engaging with the youth and student sector, a sector whose energy and idealism are crucial to the future of our province. To my fellow youth and students, let us make the most of this opportunity. Let our voices be heard, and let our actions today shape a better tomorrow. Thank you, and let the forum begin. Caritas Christi Urget Nos.
Once again, thank you so much to Mr. Aaron Lynn Talabok, ladies and gentlemen, the Student Government President of St. Paul University, Dumaguete. So, the mere fact that this forum this afternoon is organized and led by students, that's already enough reason for all of us to really be inspired of the future generation, that what our students really are. They are really engaged and they really want to know the vision, the platforms, and the plans of these candidates for our beloved province. So, ladies and gentlemen, once again, this forum this afternoon is spearheaded by the Samahan ng Progresibong Kabataan Negros Oriental Chapter in collaboration with the various student governments of the colleges and universities in the city of Dumaguete. So you still have time to invite your friends, your classmates, your loved ones to join us here at the convention center or to check us out via our Facebook Live through the official Facebook page of Spark Negros Oriental. So I believe it's now time for us to officially begin our gubernatorial forum. Let us now officially welcome our candidates, starting off with our first gubernatorial candidate, Mr. Glendol Badon.
Glendol Badon is a former campaign manager of Kanhi Governor Ruel Ragay Digamo, former chief of the Board of Management of Negros Oriental, former political consultant of President Rodrigo Roa Duterte, former vice president of the Golden Dragon Eagles Club, the Fraternal Order of Eagles, good governance trainer of centrist democracy, recruitment and mobilizations, advisor, National Anti-Crime and Corruption, National Executive Director of Federalismo ng Dugong Dakilang Samahan or PDDS, former Head Investigator, Anti-Red Tape Authority of Malacanang, consultant, Public Relations, Presidential Anti-Corruption Commission, former National Executive Director of PDP Laban, former Chairman of UCCP Dumaguete City Church Council, nationwide political consultant of mayors, governors, congressmen, and senators. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Glendol Badon.
Thank you so much. Let's now welcome our second gubernatorial candidate present here this afternoon. Please welcome Bishop Dr. Alex Larita.
Bishop Dr. Alex Larita holds a bachelor's degree in theology, a missionary for 33 years, 14-year branch manager of St. Peter Lifeline Tanay Branch, valedictorian, Management Development Program of Ateneo Manila, Financial Literacy Program trainer, doctorate degree in customary law, entrepreneur, trainer and livelihood projects, consultant of Financial Literacy Program. Our next candidate, Bishop Dr. Alex Larita.
And now let us proceed to our next gubernatorial candidate, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Henry Pryde Teves.
Mr. Henry Pryde Teves is a valedictorian graduate of St. Louis School, Dumaguete City in the year 1978 to 1985. Honor student of De La Salle, Alabang, Manila in 1985 to 1990. De La Salle Taft graduate of BS Computer Science, major in Information Technology from the year 1990 to 1995. Work experiences include General Manager of AVT Commercial from 1996 to present. Executive Assistant to the General Manager, Herminio Teves Company Incorporated in the year 1997 to 2013. Proprietor, Hat Commodities. Board Member, 3rd District of Negros Oriental in September 23 to 2002 to June 30, 2007. Proprietor, AVT Feed Mill from 2009 to present. President, HDG BioOne Agri-Venture Corporation from 2017 to President. President, Herminio Teves Company Incorporated from 2021 to present. Congressman of the 3rd District from July 1, 2007 to June 30, 2010. Vice Chairman on Committee on Rural Development, Special Committee on Globalization, Committee on Agriculture and Fisheries Resources. Member, Committee on Natural Resources, Committee on Agriculture and Food, Committee on Information and Communications Technology. Congressman, 3rd District from July 1, 2010 to June 30, 2013. Chairman, Committee on Agrarian Reform. Member of the Committee on Appropriations, Committee on Aquaculture and Fisheries, Committee on Basic Education, Committee on Government Enterprises and Privatization, Committee on Rural Development, Committee on Higher and Technical Education. Congressman, 3rd District from July 1, 2013 to June 30, 2017. Vice Chairman, Committee on Appropriation, Committee on Government Reorganization. Member, Committee on Accounts, Committee on Agriculture and Food, Committee on Aquaculture and Fisheries Resources, Committee on Basic Education and Culture, Committee on Constitutional Amendments, Committee on Housing and Urban Development, Committee on Trade and Industry. Mayor, BioOne City from July 1, 2016 to June 30, 2019. Mayor, BioOne City, July 1, 2019 to June 30, 2022. Received a special recognition for the 2019 Civil Service Commission Dangal ng Bayan Awards. Governor, Province of Negros Oriental, July 4, 2022 to October 11, 2022. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Pryde Henry A. Teves.
And of course, finally, ladies and gentlemen, our last gubernatorial candidate present here this afternoon. Please welcome Colonel Stephen Tuballa.
Colonel Stephen Alanano Tuballa is a 56-year-old married with 3 children. Joined the Philippine Navy and rendered 30 years in the naval service. Retired as Navy officer with the rank of captain. Shifted career from military service to corporate business. Manages the Sigmic International Development OPC, Sigmic International Development UK Ltd, and Commodore Holdings UK Ltd. Entered international trading for humanitarian projects in Negros Oriental. Government working experiences include Naval Surface Warfare Commanding Officer, Humanitarian Mission, United Nations Military Observer, Multilateral Bilateral Naval Exercises Evaluator, AFP Reserve Force Manpower Development Administrator, Naval ROTC University Commandant. Strategic Planning Experiences, Philippine Navy Strategic Sail Plan, Strategy Development Planning, AFP Guam National Guard Executive Planning, AFP Philippine Navy Mobilization, Australian Defense Cooperation Planning, AFP Legislative Affairs Planning. Educational background, graduate of BS in Aviation Electronic Engineering, 4th year college in BS in Aeronautical Engineering, graduate of Master in Maritime Education, graduate of Master in Public Management, and candidate graduate of Doctoral in Maritime Education. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Stephen Alanano Tuballa.
There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Can we give another round of applause to all of our gubernatorial candidates for, of course, gracing us with their presence this afternoon. This is definitely going to be an insightful and meaningful afternoon to every Negrense present here today, both online and, of course, in person. So at this point, it's now time for us to listen to the opening statements of our gubernatorial candidates. They'll be presenting their general platforms and plans for the province of Negros Oriental. Each of our gubernatorial candidates will be given 5 minutes to present their platforms. Ladies and gentlemen, let's begin the opening statements with Mr. Glendol Badon.
Thank you very much, sir. God is good. And all the time, amen. Everything we do, we think that is good. We should give it to God, for God will bless us and will make us successful. Thank you, Spark, for this big event that you have given to the people of Negros Oriental to know who their candidates are. I would also like to thank, I traveled this afternoon. With me is my living God and the angels of heaven with the guidance of the Holy Spirit. And thank you for my friends out here. They are all good candidates and capable candidates, but I would also like to thank my family and my campaign team and you people around for being with us in this afternoon. I am Glendol Badon. I came from Chaco, Negros Oriental. I am 60 years old. Duwa na akong citizen, Filipino and senior citizen. And I graduated my college degree at Foundation University on accounting management, and I have my course for masteral class in University de Manila for political management and good governance. And I have some of the accomplishment that I have, being a businessman before. I managed different kinds of businesses. But my political career starts when I was still small with my father, who's been tutoring me for so many years, looking into how to implement being a good servant in the government. So I am an advocate of good governance, and I implement as well good governance while I am still the head of the Intelligence and Investigation Division under Anti-Rape Authority, and having the chance to work with Presidential Anti-Corruption Commission under then the office of the President of the Republic of the Philippines, Rodrigo Roa Duterte. And I have the chance to be the political advisor of then Speaker of the House, Speaker Alvarez, and a political advisor of Senator Bongo, and a political advisor of then President Rodrigo Roa Duterte. Other accomplishment that I have also, I have my stint with the political levels, being the campaign manager under PDP Laban, working as a national executive director of the party, being the strategist and operator, and the campaign manager of President Duterte. And that's my chance of giving myself to prove that I can do it in the big level. And my vision for Negros Oriental is to bring our province into a greater heights. We need to grow. We need to be competitive. We need to be in international level. And to do that, we have to have a mission in our government. A mission wherein empowered by the law. Republic Act 11032. I have just started. Tapos na. I still have 3 minutes. So the ease of doing business and efficient government delivery services. Because the mandate of the government is to serve effectively and efficiently to the people and its constituents. My program of governance is enhanced program of the late, the then Governor, Roel Ragay Digamo, nga akong pag-umangkon. The reason for me why I run, the reason why I am here as a candidate, because nobody stood, nobody take the challenge of continuing the legacy of good governance, the cause nga ang akong pag-umangkon mo ay nagsugod. O akong gidawat, aron ako ipadayon, ang iyang limpyo ug maayo nga panggobyerno nga diin iyang gibuhisan sa iyang kinabuhi ug nagahatag og kalinaw sa atong probinsya. We can do it. We have a bigger chance. We are rich. Especially, it will depend on God. So everything to do, everything that we intend to do, we will always trust everything to God. And we will do our labor. And we will be successful. For greater heights, God save Negros Oriental. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Once again, Mr. Glendol Badon. I'd like to, of course, inform our gubernatorial candidates that will be ringing. There will be a sound that will signify that you only have 1 minute left in the 5 minutes that you are provided. Thank you so much once again, Sir Glendol. Up next, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Bishop Dr. Alex Larita.
Maayong hapon sa tanan. Unas tanan, nagpasalamat ko sa atong buhi nga Diyos, nga gilugwayan atong kinabuhi karon nga hangtod karon buhi pata. So, thank you, Sir Badusa. God is good. O nagpasalamat usab ako sa atong mga organizer nga nag-organize ni mga forum, o salamat usab sa tanan karon nga ni-present ini nga kahaponon. So, I am Bishop Dr. Alex Larita, and nabasa naman ito, gi-announce ito ganina, no? Ako ang mga qualification. Now, mo diretso na lang ko sa ito ang vision sa Negros Oriental. Our vision is masaganang Negros Oriental. That is our vision. So, ang akong gihimo mo ning ako apelyido Larita. So akong gibutangag meaning ang ako ang apelyido. So L stands for livelihood, A stands for agriculture, R stands for reformation, R stands for inspiration, and T is transformation, and A ability. Now, sa ato karon nga panahon, ang gikinahanglan nato karon mao ang livelihood. Okay? Adunay penaltihon nga kung ang tao tagaan nimong isda just for a day. Pero kung ang tao tudluan nimo sa pagpangisda, that is for a lifetime. So ato i-empower, that is natin daghang mga programa sa livelihood. So example, na-kumpleto kitag mga feasibility study about tilapia culture, mushroom culture, ug uban pa. Okay? And then agriculture. So daghang kaayo mahimo nato sa agrikultura. Now, so na ako'y mga pagmangkon to sa Thailand, nga nakasuroy mi og Israel, Singapore, Malaysia, nakasuroy mi dito. By the way, even in Japan, daghan kaayo ditong mga dato kasagaran mga mag-uuma. Pero diri sa ato sa Pilipinas, kasagaran sa atong mag-uuma pobre man. Di ba? So dito sa Thailand, ang mga mag-uuma dito ang nagsuporta ang gobyerno. So, very progressive ang mga farmers dito sa Thailand. Even in Israel, grabe dito, disyerto, pero bugana kayo ang ilahang agrikultura dito sa Israel. Now, so that is agriculture, or that is pamaagi. So, importante ka na so, reformation and inspiration. So daghang mga butang labi na sa ato karon mga negosyante, sa ato mga mag-uuma, okay, sa ato mga kabatanunan, nga dapat sila i-inspire. No? So importante kayo nga ma-inspire ang ato karon nga mga kabatanunan, labi na sa mga estudyante, may tungod sa entrepreneurship. Now, kitang Pilipino, na-educate kita, sa atong pagkamat ko buod, gitudluan kita sa magpapadong, day, eskwela o tinuod. Okay? Haron nga pag-graduate mo, maayo kay kagrado, dali ka makakaplag og trabaho. Okay? But, actually, importante yun nga makakat-on ang atong mga kabatanunan, atong mga estudyante, o entrepreneurship. Tungod kay kasagaran sa mga kwartahan, kasagaran sa mga dato, dili mga empleyado. Okay? Dili empleyado, kundi mga negosyante. Tinod kayo. So dapat ato i-inspire. So daghang kayo nga abutang ato ikahatag, mahatag tag inspiration sa atong mga kabatanunan, mga estudyante, sa mga mama, mga papa, no? Daghan kayo. So, that is transformation. So that is our prayer nga ang katawhan sa Negros Oriental maki-experience siya sa tinuod nga transformation. And as a bishop, we studied the Word of God o usara jud ka paagi nga maka-transform sa kinabuhi sa tao walay lain kundi ang atong buhi nga Dios. So saon nato pagpaningkamot di gyud mabag-o ang atong kinabuhi. Way kausaban atong unahon tigod maningkamot nga magbago pero sa semana lang o sa kabulan pero human ana balik to dating gawi. Why? Tungod ko ate power nga muusap sa atong kinabuhi. It is only the power of God ang makabag-o sa kasing-kasing suna sa kinabuhi sa tao. So we need God. We need God. No? So ato gina nga i-impusar. So the Word of God. Okay? And ability. So that is Larita, ability. So abilidaran ka itang Pilipino. Grabe. Okay na? Okay, thank you, sir.
Thank you so much. Once again, Bishop Dr. Alex Larita. And now, please welcome Mr. Henry Pryde Teves.
Good afternoon, everyone. Congratulations to Spark, to the students, members of the next generation that are here. It's an honor that you did this. It's about time your generation gets involved in this part of our society, as it is your future that is at stake. My name is Pryde Henry Teves. I am a computer scientist or a programmer, if you may call it, by vocation, and a farmer by profession. Having said that, I can confidently say programmers are more detailed in things than most of us. We see things differently. We see the problems sooner rather than later, and we can find solutions faster and more efficiently. As with programming comes sound and thorough planning, as well as extensive systems analysis and design, floor charting, and so on. What do I see for this province? I dream of a community in this province that is solid in its food production, be able to feed itself, having enough opportunities for everyone, especially for the younger generation, and have a balance in development such that when we leave this world, it is better than it is today for the next generation to thrive on. First things first, let's address food production. Agriculture should be the backbone, or is the backbone of every society, as it's the one that brings food in the table. Sadly, the fisher folk and the agri-industry are the most vulnerable in our society, and just like my Bayan experience, we should subsidize and take care of them. We cannot just walk the talk. We cannot say we love them, yet give them crumbles as budgets. Our budget should speak for itself. 10% budget for agriculture itself out of the whole pie. Secondly, opportunities. We are lucky. We have everything in this province. And it is a sin for us not to let everybody enjoy it. You want to develop a place? Open it up. There are 3 basic ways to do it. Railway, airport, seaport. Railway, out of question. The airport is now going on, which is part of my legislative work back in 2014 when I was congressman. After then, we should also strive for a seaport. More people coming in means more business. As mas daghang mo kaon, mas daghang mo bisita, mas daghang mo gasto, mas daghang serbisyuan, mas daghang trabaho. The Bohol experience can clearly speak for that. After that, we must develop more assets to bring in more opportunities. Like, once that Cebulan airport will be vacated soon, when the new airport comes. We do not have to reinvent the wheel. Just look at what happened to the old Cebu Airport, which is now Ayala IT Park, or the old Iloilo Airport, which is now also an IT park in itself, employing no less than 30,000 young ones. We must also bring industries. I see Baez Bay as a potential not just for shipyards and shipbuilding, but for cruise ships as well, striking a balance between industries on the other side and tourism on the other side. At the end of the day, while we strive to give opportunities for everybody and making sure we live in a vibrant and peaceful community, we must also ensure that the environment is protected so that, again, I repeat, we leave this world to the next generation more livable, better than what it is today. Thank you.
Thank you so much once again, Mr. Pryde Henry Teves. And now at this point, ladies and gentlemen, for his opening statement, please welcome Colonel Philippine Tuballa.
Thank you. At this point, I would like to take this opportunity to the Spark organizer. Thank you for this opportunity. I think sa una pa namo nigi pangandoy nga magkita-kita mitanan, and then here comes now, nasa stage na mi. So this is our opportunity to lay down our cards. Well, my vision, running a government or governor in this province is the province of Negros Oriental shall be a province of sustainable socio-economic development conducive to the well-being of Negrense people. That is my vision. Atong hununaon og mayo, kanang Negros atong gistoryahan, unsaon nato pag-develop sustainable development sa Negros Oriental. When we say sustainable development, development of the present generation which cannot compromise the future generation. Kaya pagka kitang mga second generation or next generation, kamong mga estudyante, kamo ang among gipreparahan sa among pag-develop karong panahon na. Now, when we say vision, it is a time-bound. According to the when we craft a vision, it is a time-bound. So, ang vision nako nga gihatag sa Negros Oriental is by 2035, Negros Oriental shall be a sustainable socio-economic development conducive to well-being of Negrense people. Ngano mang socio-economic? Okay. Una, kinahanglan nato ma-eradicate ang atong kapobrehon, poverty, ug ang atong daghan kay natong mga constituent na gutom. Walay saktong kita, kaya dili kayo sila makasustenar o pa eskwela. So, kita nato ang poverty sa atong lugar. Unsaon nato pag-address? Let us prioritize our programs, activities, and projects dito sa pag-eradicate ng hunger and poverty. Munay atong tagaan o focus sa atong usa ka programa. Another platform is that livelihood and job generation. Okay. Kani siya livelihood and job generation. Dali ra kayo sultion, no? But siguro how many politicians na niagi sige lang gasulti og livelihood, job generation, but until now dako ra gihapon ang population nato nga walay trabaho. Again, student, pagka-graduate ba ninyo, naamoy masudlan dayong trabaho? Of course, maybe according to statistics, Walang kumasayod kayo sa insaktong data, pero gamay ra gyud siya. Not more than 50. But ang atong paningkamutan sa livelihood is tagaan nato og ayuda or tagaan nato og proyekto base sa production kung unsay naa sa lokal. Ang atong livelihood, ang atong job generation, mag-create ng industrialization. Nganong nisulti man kog industrialization? Kay base sa akong experience sa gawas, ang akong mga amigo nga mga investors, musulod sila dire para mutabang pag-develop sa atong probinsya. So, kana siya, dako kay na siya impact nga atong buhaton sa future sa atong probinsya. Dili lang sa present generation, but also in the next generation. Muna siya usa sa importante. Anyway, ang uban nato is social services, like pagbutang nila sa mga hospitals and other social services. But anyway, lack of time, siguro, in Q&A, adto na lang nato ilatag tanan, no? Daghang salamat sa inyong pag-aminaw.
Thank you so much. A big round of applause once again to our 4 gubernatorial candidates for their opening statements. And of course, all of them will have more opportunities in a little while to expound and to elaborate on their plans, as we shall now move on to one of the most anticipated segments of this forum, the question and answer session. Now, here's how it will work. Now, each of our gubernatorial candidates will be invited to pick 2 papers, the first one from Bowl 1, which contains the names of universities or colleges whose students have submitted questions, and the second from Bowl number 2, which holds the actual questions written by these students. Now, the question they will draw will be the one that they will answer, and of course, each candidate will be given 3 minutes to answer the questions from our students, to answer and to respond clearly and concisely. Now, of course, this process is designed to ensure fairness, spontaneity, and direct engagement with the voices of our youth, who are the spearheaders and the initiators of this forum. So may we proceed now we will begin with Colonel Stephen Tuballa first. So, Colonel Stephen, please pick first the university. We have Foundation University. And now, can we request the bowl containing questions from students from Foundation University? All right, Colonel, I will just read the question for you. Okay, thank you so much. So this is our question. This is the question from Foundation University to Colonel Stephen Tuballa. How do you intend to promote sustainable agriculture and environmental conservation?
Thank you for that question, because ang question na yan, that is under my platform talaga, no? So, sustainable agriculture of our province, we need to put up the potentials, or we need to select the potential towns of this province kung asa ang may production sa agriculture. Then, pag nakita nato kung asa ang production, like let's say, Kanlaon, kaning Mabinay, kanang ubang lugar na may potential sa agriculture, adto nato gi-develop. Pagka-develop nato sa agriculture, kailangan sustainable. Kinahanglan siyang sustainable because ang atong focus sa pag-develop sa sustainable, anhi lang sa Negros Oriental, masustain niya ang atong food or food security under the agriculture program. So, I think usa sa atong timanan. The other one is
environmental conservation. Colonel.
Every time sustainable development, ang formula kasi niyan is economic development, then protection or environmental protection. Lagi natin kino-consider. Atong i-consider sige ang environment once na magkaroon tayo ng development sa atong probinsya. Maski saan, mo develop ka og infrastructure, environmental protection, masig unsang mga development, naa siya'y protection para sa environment. Muna siya yung purpose. Sige, thank you.
Thank you so much, Colonel Stephen Tuballa. And now this time, we'd like to request Mr. Pryde Henry Teves to pick first the university that will be the source of your question. Negros Oriental State University. Let's ask, of course, Sir Pryde Henry Teves to now pick his question. All right, so this is question number 7 for Norsu. So the question is, Negros Oriental possesses vast fertile land resources. The province's major industry is agriculture. With this, how can the local government implement sustainable agriculture practices and provide better access to financial resources, technology, and market opportunities to empower farmers, enhance agricultural productivity, and enhance their livelihoods in Negros Oriental?
First things first. In everything we do, we have to set the boundaries first. Every LGU should have a comprehensive development or urban or comprehensive plan. Agricultural or food-producing areas remain food-producing areas. Residential areas remain residential areas. Commercial areas remain commercial areas, and so forth and so forth. You don't see a rice field converted to subdivision in a year or two. It should remain that way because we must maintain the balance. While we need a place to live, we also need a place where we can grow our food. Secondly, as I said, we must walk the talk. Check all the LGUs now. They shout to the world that they love their agriculture or they love their farmers, yet their budget is less than 4%. You know how much this province has a budget for agriculture? 0.7% of the total budget. We have a 4.1 billion budget with a 32 million budget for agriculture. In Bayawan, when I was mayor and until now, our budget stays 10% of the total budget because when we say we love our farmers, we really mean it. We must protect them, subsidize them. While farmers are not as educated as most, I'm sure their children are, and they're also Google capable like us. Giving them access to Wi-Fi, and of course, giving them access to modern agriculture equipment such as drones for spraying and the rest, and modern harvesters and what have you, can really help a lot. But the most important thing is sound planning. We must know where the food-producing areas are and keep them that way. So do the watersheds that supply water not just to people but to the food and the animals as well, and so as the residential areas. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Mr. Pryde Henry Teves. Now let's proceed to Bishop Dr. Alex Larita. And Bishop Dr. Alex picked Foundation University once again. Would like to request for the bowl containing the questions from students of Foundation University. All right, so this is the question for Bishop Dr. Larita. What measures will you implement to support local businesses and entrepreneurs?
Okay, thank you. So to support sa atong mga local entrepreneurs, actually doon na ko'y mga contact ng mga foundations sa gawas. Okay? And they are willing to help sa atong mga businesses diri sa Negros Oriental. That's why usa ka na sa nakapaghat nato nga madagan tungod kay dako tag mahimo tungod sa atong mga partners ng mga foundation gikan sa gawas. So naay mga religious sa foundation usab nga willing nga mutabang sa mga atong negosyante. Hindi kay kon lang dagko pa gyud og budget, no? Unya sustainable pa yun. Kay close man ang monitoring unya tagaan gyud tag insakto. So naat na dako tamahimo. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Bishop Dr. Alex Larita. And now let's proceed to Mr. Glendol Badon. It's now time for you to pick your question, sir. But of course, let us know first from which university will your question be from? St. Paul University, Dumaguete. So may we request for the bowl containing the questions. Our students really took time to write these questions for our candidates. All right, so allow me to read the question. This is question number 3 under SPUD. Now, there have been growing concerns over unresolved crimes and political killings in the province. Now, how will you protect citizens, ensure that justice is served, and restore public trust in local law enforcement?
That's a very good question. That is one of my primary concern. In order to help safeguard our constituents and bring our province into a safe haven, we will establish a concerned people represented by different organizations to create a council that will look forward into the safety of every individual. As I've said, I am for good governance. And one of the elements of good governance is participatory. Let the people participate. Dili man ko mutuo nga concern nato ang atong mga barangays, nahibalog yun sila unsay nahitabo sa atong barangay. So if you can create, because during my stint with the Anti-Red Tape Authority as the head of the Intelligence and Investigation Division, I really applied the participatory governance so that I have a lot of force multipliers. I can easily solve a crime or a problem by people's participation, empowered by the government. You just need to give them a chance to serve with authority. So you empowered people, you create the council, and you create the contributory groups to be your force multiplier in the government, to be the watchdog. You don't only have to depend on the enforcers because they are minimal in numbers and the crimes is so big. And therefore, you have to do it in a holistic approach. So you need people's participation. So empower people to participate in safety and good standard, empowered by the government, so we can assure that every shoreline and every mountain and every streets in every corner of our province will be safe and good for the environment to every Negrense in the province of Negros Oriental.
Thank you so much, Mr. Glendol Badon. Thank you, sir. So that ends, of course, the first round of our question and answer session. We shall now proceed with our second and final round, okay? But do not worry, because later on, we'll be opening the floor as well to questions from our friends from the media who will be asking our candidates some questions as well. So for the second round of our question and answer session, our candidates will be given 2 minutes to expound and to answer these questions. Let's proceed and go back once again to Colonel Stephen Tuballa. So Colonel Stephen will be picking still from the university. This time it's the Negros Oriental State University. And he will now be picking the specific question that he needs to answer for this round. All right, so the question is, again, this is coming from one of the students from Negros Oriental State University. This is question number 9. As a candidate who has the potential to become the next governor in the province of Negros Oriental, how can you address infrastructure gaps in rural areas to promote equitable growth? Once again, as a candidate who has the potential to become the next governor in the province of Negros Oriental, how can you address infrastructure gaps in rural areas to promote equitable growth?
So, this is again one of my part of my platform. So I need to establish infrastructure in Negros Oriental, particularly on the industrialization. Because sa industrialization, daghang jobs ang ma-generate. Okay? Dili lang ta mo-focus sa mga livelihood program, but kailangan natong magkaroon ng dissenting jobs para sa mga next generation, particularly on the present and the next generation. So, pag-create nato sa industrialization nato sa Negros Oriental, tulo ka district ang atong butangan. In fact, muna siya among gistoryahan sa mga investor nako. I have 7 investors right now. So, they plan to have the factories of renewable energy, the shipbuilding, dagan siyang ibutang. In fact, when they presented me last 2 weeks, there are 18 projects na ihatag nila there is a Negros Oriental. Ang sulti nila, kaning mga investor nako coming from Europe. I-clear lang nako, no? They are Europeans. Kasi gi-adapt nako ang ilang culture ng Europe pag-develop sa ilang country, which is they want also to transfer or to give the culture here in Negros Oriental on the development, like sustainable socio-economic development projects. Thank you.
Daghang salamat once again, Colonel Stephen Tuballa. Up next, we have Mr. Pryde Henry Teves for your second question this afternoon. And the question will come from COSCA. All right, and would now like to proceed with a question specifically from one of the students of COSCA. All right, so Mr. Pryde Henry Teves, the question is, are you in favor of raising the salary of government officials? So once again, are you in favor of raising the salary of government officials?
Actually, the salary grades are already in place, right? From the lowest to the highest. The highest salary level is already enough. But what we must do rather is make promotions and acceptance to government service based on meritocracy rather than padrino system and the old ways. That's the best way to solve it. It's not to raise salaries. It's to bring the best of the best in government and to promote them based on performance and based on achievements, not based on anything else. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mr. Pryde Henry Teves, for answering that question. Up next, we have Bishop Dr. Alex Larita. And this time, it is still Foundation University. All right, so Bishop, I think will be answering, both questions are from Foundation University for him. All right, and the specific question from one of the Foundationites. Your question, Bishop, is how do you plan to address unemployment rates in Negros Oriental?
Okay, so very nice question. Again, to address the unemployment rate in Negros Oriental, usa sa katabang nato ana ang mga investors. Once nga ang mga investors mo put up sila og kapital sa Negros Oriental, ato pa daghan na ang makatrabaho. Example, kanato ang mga saging karon dire, usay ato ran barbecuehon, ato ran na, pero mahimo nag pwede ta mo put up og planta sa ketchup o kanang kalbasa pwede himong ketchup o daghan. So napi usa ka investor namo nga mo put up sila diri o kining mga livelihood project, mga renewable energies, mga example sa mga clean water facilities. So daghan no kaning ato karon example mga modern nga mga poultry, modern nga mga piggery. So daghan kaita. So usa sa makatabang na mga foreign investors nga mo put up og business diri sa ato Negros Oriental din maka-generate na og employment. Okay? Thank you.
So much. Thank you so much, Bishop Dr. Alex Larita. And finally, for this round, we have Sir Glendol Badon, who will be answering a question from St. Paul University, Dumaguete once again. All right, so Sir Glenn, please pick your specific question from one of our students at SPUD. All right, sir, so this is the question for you. The Dumaguete City Public Library, once envisioned to become a 24/7 learning hub for students and the public, is now closed, leaving a void in accessible education spaces. Now, if elected, will you commit to reopening and reviving this plan? And if not, what concrete and inclusive alternative will you offer to ensure that students, especially those without access to private learning spaces, are not left behind?
Thank you, sir. One of my program in the governance of Governor Roel is education. Yes, sir. Because our vision is to bring our province into a greater heights. We will open it again and we'll make sure that all the information needed, the knowledge that is needed, required for every individual to grow, not only in the province of Negros Oriental, but for you to be aware of what's happening around the world. You have to be informed. You have to be educated. And you have to be capacitated. Remember that knowledge is power. Once you have a full knowledge, and that's already become your personality and will give you a good character, of course, enlightened by the wisdom from God, then you can be somebody. Knowledge can conquer the world. So we have students who are fully informed, who are fully educated, or will be supported for a greater heights for the province of Negros Oriental.
Thank you so much, Sir Glenn, and he's committed to reopening the public library. So can we give a round of applause, ladies and gentlemen, to our candidates for answering these questions from our ever-active students across these colleges and universities in Dumaguete. All right, so at this point, we will be taking a 5-minute break for our candidates to take a quick breather. And of course, after which, we will proceed with questions from the media. So this will also give time for our media personnel present here today to formulate your questions for our candidates. We'll be back in 5 minutes.
Thank you for staying with us here at the Spark Gubernatorial Forum. We'll be resuming shortly.
Ang problema,
With a representative from Yes FM, we have a microphone, 2 microphone stations here in front. So let's begin with Yes FM.
Good afternoon. James from Yes FM. I would like to address this question to all of you. Given a chance nga makadaog, what will you do sa utang sa atong probinsya?
ang utang ay dapat bayaran. Utang naman na. No? Categorically, utang bayaran, gyud. But ang problema, kanang klasihas utang, unsaon na to pag-manage? How we manage it? Kung gi-approve na, atong ipa-review. Kung insakto ba ang procedure sa pagpangutang. Kay naamanggoy in good governance, one of the elements in good governance is the role of law. Unya, kanang mangutang ka sa gobyerno, scrutinize gyud na. Nagud na procedure. So naagud na presentation, nagud na study, nganong mangutang ka, especially on the impact of the economy. Well, being good standard to the people, apektado ba ang atong gross domestic product dinhi locally? Ang mga tao ba, ang social services, matagan ba, nining maong pangutang, kung kitukod kunig sa ka proyekto, kini ba makatabang sa paginabuhi sa pobre? Makatabang ba sa agriculture? Makatabang sa tourism? Sa tanang aspekto nga gikinahanglan, ang pagpangutang maayo man na kung gamiton og maayo. But with the present problem nga atong utang, dako man gud ang mapahak ana sa ato ang internal revenue allotment nga atong gitawag og IRA. Ang mabalik nga kwarta nato kay specific man na sa balaod ug asa ta mo gasto. Unya ang utang sa probinsya ang guarantee bayaan na ang atong iabot nga share sa ato ang taxes. So apektado ang atong kinabuhi. Apektado ang atong mga pobre nga mga igsoon sa mga pagkaon nga naa sa ilahang mga lamisa. Apektado ang ubang mga negosyo tungod kay dili naman makasuportag maayo ang atong gobyerno. So as I've said, kung atong tanawon kung utang angay bayaran pero unsang klaseng utang. Review the policy and procedure nganong nangutang ta niini, and we have to explain that to the people. Kung asa napunta ning utang sa maayo ba o dili.
Thank you so much. Once again, Sir Glendol Badon. Anybody else from our three other candidates who'd like to answer the same question?
Ang pagpangutang sakto dunay sakto nga proseso, so gihimo nila ang sakto nga proseso kay nakautang man, di ba? Pero ang kantidad po sa utang nato dako kay impact sa ato agyud nga mga constituency sa Negros Oriental. So moabot na og siguro hangtod sa ato mga apo maabaya apil pagbayad og utang at bayad sa utang, no? But anyways, hopefully, mapangitaan nato na og solusyon. Okay? Mapangitaan nato ng solusyon. So, tanang problema, doon ay solusyon. So, pwede nato mapangita ang solusyon ang inaana nga sistema.
Just to amplify to your end, especially the young ones, how the impact of this utang. 5.8 billion, 15 years to pay, that's roughly 600 million a year. For 15 years, divide by 365, 1.7 million every day for 15 years that we have to pay for something that is not worth paying for. How many scholarships will be sacrificed? How many even medicines and other stuff will be sacrificed just for something that we have no use of? In my own opinion, I'll try to fight that legally. Parehaning hospital, wala man ni wala man ni ron namugna. So pasabot wala pa ni na-consume tanan. Kung akong mapunggan, akong punggan, because I know very well that the region office is making a hospital of their own and we have no need to create such a big mess for us. Secondly, I will try to challenge kining street lights. You pay 167,000 per street light for 4,500 street lights. I'm sure when the COA will check on this, it's only worth 25,000. If my challenge is right, why will I pay for 167,000 when there's only 25,000 worth of equipment in front of me? And that will be a legal challenge soon, and I hope it gains traction so that people will realize, let's be prudent in our spending and let's put those responsible where they should be placed. Thank you very much.
Ang utang yun, bayaran yun siya. Di pwedeng dili bayaran ng utang. But sa pag-utang nato, daghang naapektuhan. Tungod sa programa, instead ang uban natong revenue, instead mabaadto sa ubang mga programa, agriculture, o kanang uban pa, but na-focus dito. Ang pangutana, unsaon nato, unsay hatag natong solusyon. Kung ako ang mudaog, atong buhaton, mag-strategize ta. Okay. Naa naman na siyang utang, magbayad ng yutana, ang atong buhaton, mangita tag maayong investor na makapag-generate ta og revenue. Like etong manufacturing, itong industrialization. So pag na-establish na to ang mga industrialization, naatay revenue nga makuha nga dako. So ang era nato imbis na usa ka interest ra, siguro maging usa ka roller na. Ang pagbayad nato sa utang dili lisod. Naan naman na siya, hindi naman nato na matalikdan. So pag-evaluate na lang according to them na i-evaluate nato sakto. Ato nang ayuhog. But pag solution sa utang unsaon nato bayaran, ngita other ways na mutaas ang atong revenue, atong province revenue, para instead maka-elevate doon sa ubang programa. So by that, yung atong investor, I told them, I told you last time that a while ago na yung investor nato na ready na sila to implement the projects here in the Negros Oriental, around 17 to 18 projects. Kana dako kayo nag-ikatabang. Muna'y makakuha sa ato pangbayad. Salamat.
Thank you so much to all candidates for answering that question. All right, so it's now time for the representative from DYSR-FM. And for this question, we would like to limit the answers of our candidates to just 1 or 2 minutes at the most. Thank you so much.
May hapon, Mary Joy Tubis from DYSR-FM Dumaguete. Kani akong pangutana para sa upat na to nga candidates. Isip mosunod nga gobernador sa atong probinsya sa Negros Oriental. Unsa kay plano nato aning Negros Oriental Provincial Hospital ug kaning ato ang pagatukuron nga medical city nga nagkantidad kapin 3 bilyones ka pesos?
All right, thank you so much for that question. Anyone from our candidates may answer this first.
Muni actual karon. Standard doctor 149, actual 50. Nurses required standard 221, actual 80. Standard medtech to be placed in the hospital 28, actual 6. And so on and so forth. 0 physical therapists. Out of 12 pharmacies, only 3 are available. Kulang kayo ang doktor, kulang ang nurse, kulang ang tambal. Muna'y kinahanglan. I checked the PS limitation of the province, it's still at 32%. So napay 8% ka magamit. Ang una-untang gihimo na karon, gikumpleto ang doktor, gikumpleto ang nurse, gikumpleto ang tambal. Ang problema, ang ilang gigastuhan dili mao. Unsa may ilang gigastuhan? Wala sila nidugag doktor o nurse, nag-create sila shell of a building worth 3.4 billion. Dayon, nagama sila og ilang laing medical mission, 14 million for MLS, medical legal service, but from 14 million ay kuyog nga 82 million for rice. 2024, 13 million for medical legal service, 50 million for rice. Para sa medical, rice may gipalit, 50 plus 82, 132 million. You do the math. Thank you.
Makadugang tagtambal, makadugang tag medical equipments, jutay na lang ang mabot. Makadugang tagtambal, makadugang tag medical equipments, jutay na lang ang mabot ng problema diri sa provincial hospital. Kay well taken care man dito sa primary hospital. So ang atong mga pasyente, ato na daang na free. Ato na nadaan na examine dito. Na will taken care na sila sa baba, dito sa bukid, o di na sa atong district hospital. So di na kayo kinahanglan makongest. O na-solve na to ang problema sa funding, sa structure, o problema sa mga empleyado, o nagamit pa na to ang kwarta to develop our hospital. I said, we will go in a greater heights. We will compete into international level. So that's how we do. Ang kaning atong gitokod nila, let's review it. Basin niya na hokus-pokus sa bidding anak. Basin niya o dili may pagkahimutang na. So we will give what is right. We will give justice to our money because that is our blood, our sweat and blood, and must be spent seriously and effectively.
Kani ako, lain kaning approach sa kuha. Kay kanang hospital nato ron sa probinsya, ma-address sa ilang resulti nakita na nato. Pero kaning akong approach, lain ni siya kasi ang among meeting sa investors, kinahanglan mi mag-establish og hospital. But ang hospital nga establish namo, lahi siya ang konsepto. Ito, kuan siya, Integrated Medical Arts Complex. Okay? Ang medical art complex na hospital, sa usa ka building, pinaka main hospital, naanan tanan sa gilid ang mga dialysis, pharmacies, tanan. Muna ilang solusyon. And medical school. Apil ang programa sa medical school. Sa main building ng hospital, ang sulti ng atong investor, magbutang taog kidney center, butangan nato og lung center, ug butangan nato og tulo ka center nga alimot ko sa kidney, lungs at heart. Yeah, sorry, thank you. Heart. Kana siya naka-establish, humana ang structure, humana ang drawing tanan. Ang budget ready na talaga. Kaya ako, maski kisay mo daog nato, ready na to implement because of our meetings. There are 7 investors na muhatag sa tuwa with that hospital. I think maka-alleviate na doon sa problema na to. Kaya na may schools, medical schools. Okay, thank you.
Thank you. So, the same thing also, no? Last month, nag-meeting mismo sa investor dito sa Abuy na Vista Bohol. Then, doon na sila pulo ka-general nga project nga ilang i-put up diri sa Negros Oriental. So, apil na ang kitang housing, apil na ang hospital, no? Apil na silang mga factories, mga food processing. So, apil na renewable energy, apil na mga kaning pareho og condominium bitaw nga mga dormitory nga puy-an sa mga tao. So, napulo na ka project. So, usan na butas lang mga eskwelahan usab. And then, tungod kay international siya nga foundation, so, makatabang yun. So, atong problema sa hospital niya, maka-generate po og employment, so madungagan ang income sa Negros Oriental. So doon yung mga panginahanglan sa ato ang mga hospital, mula tag mga doktor, nurses, unya ang ato karon nga district hospital, mura na siya transloading, kung dito na i-transfer diri, kana medyo masulbad na. So ang ato mga district hospital, dili na transloading, nga i-drop dito, dalon dire. So dito mismo, ma-take care na ang kaning ma-address na ang mga problema sa atong mga sa district hospital Bandaan, basta una, mataas atong revenue, plus pa sa tabang sa atong mga investor. So, dako ni karon nag-meeting bilas dito sa Buena Vista Bohol sa atong investor. Okay? Karon gani ang Bohol, nagsugod na. So, nagsugod na ang Bohol.
Thank you so much. A round of applause once again to our candidates. Now, for the last 3 questions that we're about to listen to, we are requesting our candidates to answer this within a minute's time. Okay, so once you hear the sound of the bell, that signals that you have to wrap your answers up already. Okay, thank you so much. Let's now request for the representative of DYWC.
Shalom, Dr. Sir from DYWC. Akong question na nga, sir. Nasayod banta sa padayong kalihukan sa Bulkang Kanlaon and daghan kayo mga evacuees ang apektado ang ilang panginabuhian. And kulang gyud ang funding sa LGU kay dugay naman sila dito sa evacuation center. Karon sir, naabatay gihuna-huna nga long-term solution para sa mga taga-Kanlaon, especially katong mga apektado sa posibleng major eruption.
Kini nga akong solusyon, dili ni kabahin ra sa pagbuto karon ha. Permanent solution ni para sa mga vegetable farmers. Unsa may problema sa taga-Kanlaon, mutanom sila daghan, pag-harvest na, tingala sila barato to ilang gi-harvest. Excited na ka nga maka-harvest, pag abot sa harvest barato. It's because wala tay proper intelligence network sa ubang producing areas. This is a very simple solution. Parang di ta mo compete sa Bukidnon, sa Cagayan de Oro, sa Cebu, ng vegetable producing areas. We will use intelligence funds to put up detectives over there and take pictures every day or every week of what they're planting and report it to us. So that ang atong vegetable association dire, I will specifically tell them what not to plant because these are planted all over the country. Parang kada harvest sa atong kanlaon farmers, sige nga ilang gi-harvest, katong dili daghan pero katong jutay. Kaya advance man atong information, wa man tani sagol sa panon, wa tani tanom sa unsa po'y ilang gitanom. That's a more permanent solution to the vegetable pricing problem that has been hounding our vegetable farmers, not just in Canlaon, but the whole province. Thank you.
Ang question nagdala og pangutana is this issue on security and tenure of our farmers. And unsay buhaton sa ilaha. Dito ko sa Canlaon adtong niaging 2 weeks ago, ang mga katawhan dito dili na pabalikon dito sa area sa Volcano, nagwar na gyud. For that is a fertile land. That's their life there. It produced big money for them. Ingon man gani itong usa dito ka nga istorya nako nga nasimbahan, kung na usa ka pangulo simbahan diri, usa ka bulan, milyonaryo na. Tungod sa share na gihatag sa mga farmers. So that land is really a big contributory factor sa atong ekonomiya dinhi sa Negros Oriental, sa probinsya. Our concern is how to make them safety. So if we can remain as a vegetarian, as a vegetable farm industry, and then we can secure their life away from the danger, and then we'll have an advanced technology to detect kung pila kano sa naman ni mubuto, pila ka mubuto, and then para safety sila, kaya ang pangutana karon ang tubag ugma pa, then we have to know it beforehand. So unsa gyud mahitabo. It has been there, it produces money, and it contributes to the economy. Dagkan kayo natabang na sa atong mga katawhan nga nagutom. So we'll just make sure na protected sila on danger and safety of their life. So, trabaho na nila, plantation nila diha, and then, ato sila i-distansya, mapuyo sila diri, layo niya ng lugar. So, muato na sila dito for farming.
Thank you so much.
So, apunta sa permanent solution. So, bugat-bugat yan ang pangutanaha, permanent solution. So, siguro, na ate mga plano, nga solution, pero it takes time. It takes time pa. So, gradual ang mga solusyon nga itong himuon. Now, especially sa sigutan din ni ito ang amigo diri sa Canlaon, no? Atong mga mag-uuma apektado kayo sa pagbutbulkan Canlaon. Actually, daghang ita mga produkto kasagaran sa mga mulo nato sa atong mga kining mag-uuma mao kadaghan sila itanom pero problema ang market. Magbuhi mga baboy, problema ang market. Nana, siguro i-address nato ang mga i-identify nato ang mga problema sa atong mga constituents, ang mga kanato dayon pangitaan nato og solusyon nga parang ma-address para nga ang gobyerno mutabang pangita og market, mutabang baligya, katabang sila.
Approach ko ganito. Pag atong solusyonan ang Canlaon pagbuto, dapat naanatay ready na mga plans kung unsay buhaton. But again, ang pangutana, unsay plano nato, unsay solusyon nato sa pagbuto sa Canlaon. Okay. Dapat may preparedness ang tawag doon sa kaning ang probinsya may disaster risk management preparedness dapat. Buong probinsya sa Negros Oriental. Kung kana siya naka-prepared, unsay kulang kung na-address man nila. I think kung kulang man sa pondo. Akong suggestion ako ni, I think this is effective. Kanang mga private establishments, they have their social corporate responsibilities. Manong dili nato na sila gamiton paghatag og solusyon sa disaster. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Up next, let's request for the representative from K5.
Yes, good afternoon day ninyong upat. May hapon sa tanan. I'm James Batukilio from K5 News of Dumaguete. I would like to address my questions to former Governor Henry Tabas. Sir, ang problema karon ang utang naa namang gyud. Ang problema sa mga tao, most especially ang farmers, ang support gikan sa gobyerno. Now, ang priority, if ever ikaw ang gobernador niya, naa na ning utang or ikaw mismo mo nang utang, apil ba sa imuhang first priority nga gibuhat karon sa administrasyon ang pagtukod og bag-ong Kapitolyo and why? Dagang salamat.
Definitely dili. Definitely dili. Because ug mo padayon ta og Kapitolyo, ug ako yung mangutang, duha ray basis. Una, kinahanglan ang imong giutang gamiton sa tao kada adlaw. Sa masdalan, tubig, kuryente, unsa pa. Ikaduha, kung imong giutang, kanang ang iyang bayad or abot, mas dako pa sa imong giutang. Sama ng bakong mall, nga nangutang tood sila, but they're making more money than what they have to pay monthly. So they still make money. But besides that, there's no use borrowing precious money and using precious resources for something that is not really necessary or helpful to most of the populace. Para nako, dili good maayo. Ug unsay mapugong nako di akong punggan. Kung pwedeng malesen, ma-defer, or ma-abscond, kung kaya, atong gamon. We must use some legal means to do it. If we can stop, we should, because usi kayo tang magbayad og kwarta sa butang nga dili gyud nato mapuslan og tarong. Thank you.
Thank you so much. And finally, we have the representative from Breaking News, Negros Oriental.
Maayong hapon sa tanan. Sir Glendol Badon, maayong hapon. Sa Breaking News, Negros Oriental. Unsa ang nagdasig kanimo sa pagdagan alang sa probinsya kini nagpadayag sa ilang agenda ug focus nga mga dapit. Unsa imong plano sa pagsulbad sa dinalian nga lokal nga isyu kini nagtimbang-timbang sa ilang pamaagi sa pagsulbad sa problema. Salamat.
Sir, pwede ko mangutana unsa nga local issue? Daghan mo ko kayong local issues niya. It's very vague to answer. So, if possible, you can tell me what is specific local issue. Or I'm going to give one local issue. Ang naka-aghat na ako nga nag-file sa akong candidacy bisan o lahina. This is not a family plan. This is not my plan. But tungod kay nakita nako nga walay ni barog sa kausa sa panggobyerno, sa maayong paggobyerno nga gisugdan sa akong pag-umangkon na si Governor Rowell Ragay Digamo. Because for me, kailangan mo padayon to. Kay namatay siyang nagserbisyo sa katawhan sa adlawng Sabado nga angay itong ihatag sa iyang pamilya. Tatak sa among pamilyang Ragay ang magserbisyo sa katawhan. Gikan pa na sa among mga apuhan. So I want to continue that legacy, that cause to serve the people on good governance and save lives to the province of Negros Oriental. Ang issue, daghan kayo. Anybody want to please shoot that domestic issue? Wala. Because basig mo dissatisfied mo kung lain ako itubag niya, di mo inyong pangutana. I'll just defer it. Wala may mangutana, so I will not answer because basig dili mao niya ang akong itubag sa nasi inyong huna-huna. I'm sorry, sir. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Can we give another round of applause to all of our representatives from the media for asking these very relevant questions to our candidates. So, of course, we started this afternoon with their opening statements. It's now time for our gubernatorial candidates for their closing statements this time. All right, so we are giving each candidate 1 minute to close the entire forum with your statement.
Pwede makaangyo?
Yes, sir.
Sobra po ng usa kami na to.
Let's get a go signal from our committee.
Kanina rami gahong-hunganay nga nangabitin ming upat. But anyway, let's thank God for this opportunity that we are here gathered this afternoon. And this is all what I can say. Nagsugod ang kapakyasan sa gobyerno sa pagpangalagad sa katawhan, diha sa sayop ug dili maayong pagpili og kandidato. Kay kon ang kandidato nga pilion dili mao nga ngayan sumala sa prinsipyo sa panggobyerno, kay dili ang ngayan nga ang naglingkod sa gobyerno magnegosyo sa kwarta sa gobyerno, ug dili ang ngayan ang naglingkod sa gobyerno kawaton ang kwarta sa gobyerno sa para sa iyang kaugalingon nga kabulahanan. Kay ang mandato sa gobyerno speaks very clearly to serve the people effectively and efficiently. Walay korupsyon, walay pangawat. Life is not a matter of chance. It is a matter of choice. But chances favors to those who have good and practical mind. And for me, a practical mind means just choose what is right, not wrong. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much once again, Mr. Glendol Badon. Now let's listen to the closing statement of Bishop Dr. Alex Larita.
Daghang salamat. Usa sa nakita nako nga kikinahanglan nga ato adyon gitawag nga sinisiro nga pagserbisyo sa katawhan unya sa atong pagserbisyo sa katawhan nga aduna po tay inubanan sa giya sa atong Dios. Importante nga dinhi sa panerbisyo daghang tentasyon. Okay? So pero kung ang Ginoo nagauban nato, nagagiya nato, tagaan tagkaalam unsaon nato pagpadagan ang ato ang gobyerno. Mao na nga gibutang sa Dios sa kasing-kasing, if ever tugutan sa Ginoo nga kita palingkuron diri sa Negros Oriental, ako nang nakubinat mi sa Ginoo, dili ko modawat og SOP. No SOP. Ako na nga kubinat sa Ginoo og gudanan no corruption. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Bishop Dr. Alex Larita. Now for his closing message, we have Mr. Pryde Henry Teves.
Again, thank you to the younger generation for hosting this and being involved. It's about time you get involved. There are only 3 qualities that's very important in a leader. 1, 2, and 3. When you choose, make sure those leaders have those 3 qualities. And for a better way to choose, discernment. During this time of Lent, find the day and time when your mind is clear. Pray over it. Ask for discernment. And when the message comes, immediately write it down in pen and paper and stick to that, because that was a discerned choice, guided divinely. That's the best way to choose right. Find discernment, especially in this time of Lent. Use the power of prayer to guide your intelligence so that you can choose the best leader possible. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Mr. Pryde Henry Teves. And finally, for a closing statement, please welcome Colonel Stephen Tuballa.
My suggestion to the candidates for the governor position after this election, I hope na mag-unite tayo. We will have our united leadership after the election. Because without this united leadership after election, sisiraan mo lang, titirahin mo, dili ta mo asenso. We need to develop our Negros Oriental. We need to develop. Right now, poverty, extreme hunger, nandyan pa. Di lang nato, nakakaunta, kita tanan, nakakaunta tulo ka beses, usa ka adlaw. Pero katong tuwa dito, na wala ka abot dere, do you think kompleto ilang kaon? I strongly suggest, we need a united leadership program. That is part of our good governance. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Colonel Stephen Tuballa, and another round of applause, ladies and gentlemen, to all of our 4 gubernatorial candidates for gracing us with their presence, their time, and their effort today, and for, of course, sharing their visions for the province of Negros Oriental. So now, as we're about to wrap up this whole forum, may we request the Student Government President of Negros Oriental State University for a closing message. Please welcome Ram Robert Vinci Lazan.
So, good afternoon, everyone. First, we'd like to thank everyone who actually came here, despite today being na-announce atong walay klase, especially for the students of St. Paul, the students of Negros Oriental State University, of Colegio de Santa Catalina de Alejandría, and also in the Foundation University. So, thank you so much. So, first of all, let us take a moment on the incredible dialogue that we just heard today coming from our 4 incredible gubernatorial aspirants. So a round of applause for them. Of course, to acknowledge, of course, we do have Mr. Glendol Badon, sir. Dr. Alex Larita, to Pryde Henry Teves, and to Sir Stephen Tuballa. So we extend our deepest gratitude to the candidates for their courage in presenting their platforms, their willingness to engage to the people of all sectors, the students, the youth, education, media, lahat-lahat. Your insights and plans that you presented here today inspire hope for what our province can achieve. To our audience, again, thank you for actively participating in the crucial conversation, especially to our friends from the media. And special acknowledge also to the people behind this forum. Of course, to our suppliers, and also to the universities, Negros Oriental State University, COSCA, St. Paul, and Foundation University. So with that, your collaboration, of course, has been very instrumental in creating a forum that highlights the importance of education and community in shaping informed and proactive citizens. And of course, this wouldn't be possible without the initiative of the Samahan ng Progresibong Kabataan, or SPARK. So I'd like to acknowledge Ate Christian May, right there at the back. Please stand, Ate, to be recognized. She is the head, for SPARK Negros Oriental. So this wouldn't be possible without her coordinating with the student governments of the Negros Oriental, the big universities of Negros Oriental. So we thank you. So then, again, thank you so much to our candidates, everyone who's present here today, to the organization, to the organizers, and to our suppliers. Once again, my name is Ram Robert Vinci Lazan from Negros Oriental State University. Enjoy your Holy Week.
Thank you so much, Ram. And with that, we conclude this afternoon's 2025 Negros Oriental Gubernatorial Forum. And of course, on behalf of our organizers, the organizing team, thank you to all of our candidates for their time, your insights, and of course, your commitment to an open and respectful dialogue. And of course, to our audience, both here and online, thank you so much for your presence and your engagement. And remember that our duty as citizens does not end here. The real power of democracy is exercised at the ballot box. So come May 12, 2025, let us all vote wisely, guided not by impulse or influence, but by informed and conscious choice. Let us stand together for a future that is honest, inclusive, and hopeful for Negros Oriental. So maayong pagpili ug maayong panggobyerno para sa atong tanan. Daghang salamat ug maayong hapon kaninyong tanan. Thank you so much for your time.